back to MNUFC TV. I'm going to get into the player ratings for Minnesota United 2, Sporting Kansas City 1, and the MLS is back tournament. It's kind of like a World Cup format almost, where the top two teams in each group advance, as well as the top two third place teams in um, all the groups. So, kind of like that kind of format. So, our first game, like I said, against Sporting Kansas City, um, was always going to be tough as they spent a lot on a record transfer fee for their forward, who was a handful all night. And we didn't start the game with Opara, who did not travel to Orlando for health concerns, which by any means, if any player decided to, like Carlos Vela, stay back, I support them 100% in these COVID times, especially with Orlando. Um, but we'll talk about the game more. So we started without Opara, as well as Amarilla, who was scheduled to start and actually got injury pre-match to his hamstring, so I hope nothing serious. Um, and Ozzy did not start as well. So kind of like a spine of our team was kind of missing, which was always going to be a challenge. But for the player ratings, I'll talk about Tyler Miller, who started in goal, and Tyler had a serious mistake for the first goal, as Sporting Kansas City was on a break, and Aha, our center back, who we signed in the summer, who was playing because Opar did not start, was able to cover the one-time ball. He was able to catch up to the attack to cover that. And Miller kind of left his near post wide open and gave the Sporting Kansas City attacker just a wide open, easy slot to the near post, which was absolutely a shocking blunder from Tyler Miller. And I'm going to have to give him a 5 today because he had some good saves, but that is a very bad mistake, and we can't be making those mistakes, definitely. And that if we want to do well in this tournament or do well in the season, if and when that continues fully. But Miller cannot be making those mistakes on a regular basis. It was a very bad mistake, but a 5 for Miller. Montier, I thought, played an excellent game. I'll have to give him a solid 8 for sure. He was really up and down the flank, was getting balls in when needed, and defended very well for us. Aha picked up a yellow card. Was pretty good, I thought, for his first debut. I'll have to give him a solid 7. There's a couple times where he had a bad challenge or whatnot, but a solid performance from Aha. Boxall had a decent game as well, probably like a 7, same. They defended very well because they had to defend mostly. Gasper, I thought, had a bad game for the first half for sure. It was not his best game. He had a couple nice dribbles, but just picked up a bad yellow early, and then they picked on him that whole first 65 on that right side. He wasn't getting too much help with any outballs or anything, but they really picked on him on that left back side, their right attacking side. So I'll have to give him probably a 5.5. He defended pretty well the second half and kind of pulled this stuff together. After the yellow a bit too, it was a little bit more cautious, so that's always nice to see from Chase. But he always gives it his all. I just thought the first half of the game he just struggled quite a bit, but like I said, had some good dribbles and just that bad yellow. But he did tighten it up a bit. I'll actually give him a 6. Greg Goose, I thought had a good game as well. Also picked up a yellow. He put the ball in for the own goal. He just had some good set pieces. He had a couple bad ones. I'd have to give him a 7. Dotson was definitely not his best night. I thought he was not very good in the first half, giving the ball away in possession a couple times and just not finding those out balls. I'd have to give him a 5. Not his best game by any means. So um, hopefully we see better from him. Lod had a dreadful night, I thought, and he'll have a 4.5. I thought he was really bad and offered little to nothing on the left. I really want to be high on Lod and I want to see him do good, but I just question what he brings to the team with his lack of um, pace, of beating one man one on one. He's very technical, he's a good passer, but he just had a really bad game tonight. I just hope he plays better in the future because I thought he played good from the restart in the beginning of the season. I thought he had some good games, if I can't remember correctly, but today he did not play very well. Molina with the game-winning goal and was pretty dangerous most of the night in the second half when we could finally get some passes together. Um, but I mean, it sounds like we played a lot better. I think I'm trying to say than we did, but the first 65 were pretty dreadful attacking wise, and we had to defend for our lives most of the time. But the second half was really well when Molino popped up, and even in the first half, Molino had some dangerous balls. And I thought just didn't get people on the end of him. But Molino, I thought, was pretty good all night, and I think my man of the match with the game-winning goal. So probably have to give him a 9.5 for Molino. Finley, I thought, played really well. I'll have to give him a 9. He really always gives it his all, and that second half was really good. Mason Toy had a really bad night. Actually, a really bad night. Didn't really do much. Didn't give a lot of outs. Didn't get a shot on. Just really did little, very little, and I'll have to give him a 4, as well as Lod is. I can't be harsh on Lod and then be not harsh on Toy because Toy played, if not just as bad, if not worse today. So, but the game was completely changed by the subs. When in the 59th minute, when Toy actually pulled up with the injury, Schoenfield came on and dynamically changed the game quite a bit. Was very good in the air, hit the post, and was very, very, very good in the box. Just a handful. I thought he was good dribbling. And Schoenfield just completely changed the game in the 59th minute, and actually wins a great free kick outside the box and gets the Sporting Kansas City goalkeeper sent off. So that was what changed the game right there when they went down to 10 men. Raheem Edwards came on for Lod, and we actually had an outlet on the left, and Raheem was very active on the left with the pace. He showed his pace where he can beat a man and get by him. Drew some fouls and got the and Schoenfield played great. And also when Raheem came on, he played great. So Schoenfield a 9 out of 10 for sure, and Raheem a 9 out of 10 as well, coming on in the 77th minute, getting the assist to Molino for the game winner. The game tying goal, Schoenfield almost looked like he got ahead on it, but it acted up being an own goal. But he's taking up that space. He looks like he's a skyscraper out there, and it looks like he could win a lot of headers. He was winning a bunch in the box. Just needs that service, and I think Finley was giving it to him, and Molino was giving it to him, and Raheem had a couple crosses in, I think. So it was a really good performance, I thought, as well. So from those two guys, and Musa comes on for Molino in the 98th minute, just kind of to close up the game. Can't really give him a rating, but 7 out of 10. Throw it up there. Came on, ran around for a minute, or literally a minute, but it was a great comeback. Like I said, the first 65 stunk, 70 almost stunk. 65 probably. It's 5 minutes after Schoenfield came on. game really changed just right after. So um, great win to start off the MLS's back tournament. And that's going to be my player ratings. And as always, come on, you loons.